Chris Love go too crazy. Chris Love go too crazy.
Running from the stars, you won't make it far. Rolling gas and it's a car. Everything I'm dropping hard. Running from the stars, you won't make it far. Rolling gas and it's a car. Everything I'm dropping hard. Yeah. Smoking dope, get my mind right. Wavy in the limelight, nose bleeding, eyes white. Diamonds in my highlights, wasting all your weed in the wood and your eyes white. Fucking stays out if I die right. Rockin' Pine Club, gotta check my presentation. I'm supplying medication, hate to see my buyers waiting. Couldn't bond out at the station, had to reevaluate shit. Some things are to explain, but I'm here, congratulations. Good smoke from Portland, I'm a trailblaze. All smiley faces and pinky locks when the mail came. Send me booty pics if I go back to the jail cage. Need another clock, what I'm weighing, make my scale break. Running from the stars, you won't make it far. Rolling gas and it's a car. Everything I'm dropping hard. Running from the stars, you won't make it far. Rolling gas and it's a car. Everything I'm dropping hard. Somebody tell a waitress I'm ordering lobster. She was begging me to pop her, so I popped her. Wade Guard official, you can tell by his posture. I just signed new shooters to my rosters. I be feeling like I'm famous already. How they heard by brand new information y'all telling? Dead broke to any damn thing y'all selling. Got new hundreds on me right now, you can smell it. Found a new plug and bought a rollie. Bodies acting like they owe me. Guacamole and anchovies. Real nigga in your face. Fake shit I don't condone.
Big Jesse, what's
Assalamu
good?
alaikum, Sean. Can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. How you doing, boss?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing well.
Come on, man. How your week going, man? You know, we almost at the end. We at the crunch time.
It's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good. I can't complain. Allah has definitely blessed me. How's your week going?
Man. You know me, man. I can't complain either, man. We finishing on the strong note today or this week. Man, what's been going on in the back chat streets?
Oh man, I ain't been on the back chats lately. Low key, I've been, you get caught on that back chat, man. These brothers will have you going down all type of rabbit holes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are rabbit hole proof over here. We are rabbit hole proof. Hey Jesse.
Yeah, you already proved your point, but they want to keep it. They want to keep it going.
You just getting off of work. You heard me, Jesse? You just getting off of work. What's up with him, Vanessa? Oh. You heard me, Jesse?
Getting my car service.
Yeah, he's breaking up. Probably you on the way to the crib.
That they had to give me a new tire.
Good. Man, how you feel about
I had a nail in my tire, so they had to replace the tire.
hey Jesse, did I ask you
Now, say again?
about I already asked you about Kamala Harris and Trump. Hi Jesse. I already asked you about Kamala Harris and Trump. Oh yeah, you breaking up. Your service kind of bad. Cut your Wi-Fi off, Jesse. Jesse, cut your Wi-Fi off. On your phone, slide up and cut your Wi-Fi off. You hear me, Jesse? You probably breaking up. But yeah, man. These YouTube streets is funny. These back chat streets is funny. Let me just say this. All right, Jesse, you come back when your service get better. Let me just say this. All right, check me out. Life is a journey, right? Life is a journey. You're going to go through things. You know what I'm saying? You're going to face adversity. You're going to face hard times. You're going to have bad days. That's what life is about. It's a part of life. You know what I'm saying? You have good days. You have bad days. You know what I'm saying? My whole understanding or my whole objective of removing myself from these back chats or some of these, I got my own now, knowledge game. But my reason for removing myself from these back chats is because when you arguing with somebody, with a slow person, when you arguing with a dumb nigga, the optics, the optics, the optics. Let's say motherfuckers is scientifically literate that's hearing what's going on. If the damn back chat is religious, 75% of the people are not gonna be scientifically literate. So the optics, you arguing with a dumb nigga, the goddamn room gonna think both of y'all silly. The room gonna think both of y'all dumb. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about sharpening up the optics, sharpening up the image, sharpening up the brand. Let me just say this. If you don't fuck with evolution, if you don't think evolution is a scientific fact, you know what I'm saying? If you don't fuck with science, if you think if you think we got science from our oppressors, or you know what I'm saying, the slave owners gave us science or something like that, I don't really want to have a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm being completely honest. Like, if you don't fuck with science, you don't fuck with education, technology, STEM, I don't want to have a conversation with you. I'm being 100% honest. You know what I'm saying? Like the only time we having these conversations is on here where I'm beating up your religion or I'm beating up your spirituality. So so just to keep it short and sweet. Just to keep it short and sweet. I have no problem telling people subscribe to my partner channel, subscribe to my homie channel. But I can't do that if you talking about the your chakras, spirituality, and all of this goof thinking Bantus came from Egypt. All of this goofy shit. Like you got, first of all, you got history fucked up and you got science fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type to say names, you know what I'm saying? Names need to be said. Um, I'm the type to say names, you know what I'm saying? Names need to be said. You feel me? Like, if you're not scientifically literate, there's not there's not there's not much that we're gonna be able to discuss. So if you're not in knowledge game, it's because you got more learning to do. When you got kids and you against technology, education, the school curriculum, science, when you against all of that shit and you got kids, I have no respect for you. I have no respect for you. You believing in your chakras and spirituality, but in the same sense, you don't believe in evolution. I have no respect for you. I have no respect for you. And I said this during the debate, my last debate with Yah, and I said this on my last show. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's not personal as far as you believing in your religion. You know what I'm saying? It's not personal with me and you. I'm banging your religion up. It's never gonna be personal. They're just gonna bang your religion up. Me and you, we can do business together in the outside world. So when I'm banging your religion up, it is not personal. You know what I'm saying? But when we get to these, when we get to these understandings of, um, I'm gonna run my own channel, I'm gonna run my own debate league, I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? In fact, as you can see, I'm the first nigga to jump on there. I'm the first nigga to come on there, I'll let you. You know what I'm saying? But I just did my research. I just went to a video 2 weeks back. You naming videos after what I named my shows. Everybody know Powerful Bills Only. Why you naming your shows Powerful Bills Only and you bringing niggas on the show that it's not scientifically literate? But that was a good thing because it showed me that you are not scientifically literate. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's not personal. You want to believe in chakras and your higher self and your lower self and Bantus come from Egypt and all that goofy ass shit. I believe in spirituality. I'm 90% in the Bible. I'm 90% out of the Bible, 10% in the Bible. If your faith wavering, if you ain't 10 feet, if you ain't 10 toes down in this shit, if you ain't got both feet on the ground stepping on shit, I don't respect it. Because either you gonna be religious or you gonna be a fucking atheist. I don't got time for that wavering in the water ass shit. Nobody got time for that, especially when you don't believe in evolution, when you don't fuck with science. So nah, we ain't playing none of them goofy ass Malcolm in the middle ass games. Niggas in the middle get popped too. That's just how the fucking game go. So all of that, bringing Silky D on my goddamn on your goddamn show so he can bring up my niggas and lie about science. And bro, you niggas got kids, bro. Both of you niggas got kids by non-black women. Both of you niggas made new races. You niggas got kids, bro, and you preaching this anti-school, anti-scientific literacy shit, but you want to talk about a motherfucking chakra, motherfucking spirituality. Fuck your spirituality. So back to reality. So back to motherfucking reality. You know what I'm saying? We believing in what we could see. We believing in what we could understand. You goofy ass niggas talking about chakras and goddamn spiritualities and your higher self and your middle self. What's your last chakra? Ain't that your booty hole? So you niggas don't even be knowing what the fuck going on. You be trying to light up holes in your body and try to grab all the holes out your body. Cut that out. You can't feel every hole in your body. You don't put nothing in your eye. You don't put nothing down there. You goofy niggas gonna learn one day. You just on the baby level. You gotta understand what that shit really was about, and you will learn about your lower self since you want to preach about a lower self. But back to reality. Everybody that another thing that y'all was talking about, everybody that comes on my show gets to talk. Everybody that comes on Super Wavy show, you know what I'm saying, click the link, they get to talk. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many people came over here, oh, you're not gonna let me talk. Oh, you're not. Nah, you gotta say some goofy shit. You gotta say some goofy shit. You gotta lie on somebody. Or lie on what the fuck we talking about. You know what I'm saying? There's only 3 ways where a nigga be like, all right, mute your mic, or hold up. You know what I'm saying? There's only 3 ways that it'll happen. You saying some goofy shit. You lying on somebody. Or you lying about what we talking about. There's only 3 times where a nigga will, I don't even want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. If we get into the information, if we building on the knowledge, if we sharpening our swords up, we don't need no propaganda. We don't need no opinions. We don't need no rabbit hole. We don't need none of that goofy shit. We just need to stick to the topic and get to the motherfucking information. I'm going to say this one more time because I don't want this to seem like it's confusing. I'm going to say it one more time. If you got kids, and you on here on YouTube telling motherfuckers science is bullshit, evolution is just a theory, we're not apes, we're not part of the simian family. If you come on here, we kids, because it's my nigga Eli ain't got no kid. My nigga Eli, 18, 19? Eli ain't got no kid. It's an excuse. He got an excuse. He still got more learning to do. This shit is a journey. But if you got kids and they in school, you know what I'm saying? Pre-K, you know what I'm saying? 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. How can you be talking down on something that you taking your kid to every morning? That's the confusing part. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should never, I'm not saying there need to be a guideline. I'm not saying there need to be a word police or opinion police. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying we not standing for that over here. Like, you can talk that goofy shit on Bantu Debate League. You can talk that goofy shit on Awakening the Bantu. All that goofy ass shit. You can do all of that. You can go do all of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, over here, we only want facts. We only want facts. And if you don't know what a source is, if you don't know what a source is a link to what you're talking about. A source is a link that's going to back up what you're arguing. That's what a source is. A source is not a picture. A source is not a screenshot. A source ain't none of that. A source is a link to what the fuck you arguing. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help you out. That's gonna smooth out any disagreements on what you talking about. That's what a source is. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me share my screen real quick. Oh, matter of fact, that's what I need to do. Got a silence on the gun. Hey, go. Got a mean man swinging my bitches do too. Alright. Let me add this to it real quick. But yeah, man, that's the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got kids, you talking down on science, you know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no reason. There shouldn't be no reason for me to respect you. You know what I'm saying? Having kids, you know what I'm saying? Saying you don't fuck with the high school curriculum, you know what I'm saying? Or you don't fuck with evolution. But you got kids though. You know what I'm saying? You got kids and you talking about a motherfucking chakra. You talking about a chakra, your higher self and your lower self. You know what I'm saying? There, and a grown ass man, there's no reason for me to have respect for that shit. No reason at all. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it all the way, Uncle said in the building, we keeping it all the way 100. You niggas really is fucking the game up. You know what I'm saying? Like you science deniers. You know what I'm saying? You niggas really fucking the game up. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause at the end of the day, we want something that's gonna move us forward. We want something that's gonna move us forward. We don't want a message about when we die. We don't want a message about when we die. Wait on this. We don't want a message that's only gonna resonate that we can only get when we die. We want to take advantage of this life right here. We want to take advantage. Uncle said in the motherfucking you all right, Uncle said?
Peace, peace, super wavy. I love it. Keep your foot on their goddamn neck, pun intended.
Got to.
It's and the angle you're taking, you got kids. And as a parent, you want to give your kids the best opportunity in life. And taking education away from them, helping them to understand and navigate the natural world around them. If you're taking that away from your kids, then you're doing a disservice as a parent to your kids. Well, I was watching The Blacklist the other day, and this older agent, he was taking care of the daughter of an agent that died, right? So he became her stepdad, her foster parent, and he was up at night doing algebra so that he can help his foster child. And this was a black man. That touched me so much. It just registered the depth and the commitment you need as a parent to help your kids succeed. And in this community, we're hearing people talk down on science. We're hearing people discrediting evolution, holding on to a narrative created by ignorant folk 2,000 years ago. We are gods to these people. We walk around with devices on our hand that has a wealth of knowledge that they can't even begin to imagine. We're talking about a people that didn't know, had no idea about the rest of the world even existing. Their, 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 their whole view of the world was a microcosm of what it actually is. Their fundamental understanding of reality was based in spookism because they didn't know better. Today, we can't do that no more. We can't accept unsubstantiated claims of chakras and all this weirdo stuff. We have evidence. We have a systematic way of understanding our reality, and it's reproducible. When you get in that car and you step on that brake pedal, that mofo stops. When you go to the sink and you turn that faucet, water comes out. Y'all need to stop. It's ridiculous. Now I can accept that we have a deficiency in our community. I can accept that we have a ways to go. And that's why we're here. We're here as a community to help us understand, engage, build, and engage with this process in a way that it can help us. I keep saying I put my kids through school. I built a mansion for my babies. I did it all based on having an education in STEM. I can work in a hospital. Now I'm an exec in a big resort doing the public health and safety. It's all based on having an education in STEM. And when I promote scientific literacy, I'm not telling everybody to go become a rocket scientist. I'm telling you, when you employ these tools, when you engage with reality based on proper epistemology, evidence based logic, and reason, you are going to always make decisions that are better for you, your family, your community, and the world at large. It teaches you how to think through problems. You're a solution based individual instead of becoming all emotional, throwing your hands up in the air, looking to a God clueless on how to solve a problem. When at the end of the day, everything associated with a God, it falls on the actions that the individual takes. Because God does nothing, no thing.
Hey, Uncle said, check me out. I like when you said that you're not out here telling nobody to go be a goddamn astrophysicist or what you had said. This the thing. This the thing. I know now I know how Unc feel 3 years ago, 5 years ago, dealing with the Armor Raw squad or dealing with SETI or dealing with I know how exactly how he feel. Cause it's like this. You asked me, Uncle said, would I rather watch the NFL, watch football, or would I rather watch a breakdown of the periodic table? I'm gonna say I'd rather watch football. If you ask me, would I rather watch Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith talk about football or sports, LeBron James, or would I rather watch a Neil deGrasse Tyson podcast? I'm gonna pick sports every time. If it's music, on the other hand, I'm gonna pick music every time. But this the thing though. We gotta have guidelines to understand life. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between having a standard for the fuck shit, and then having shit that piques your interest, shit that you're in love with. So when you run into motherfuckers that's saying, "Oh, God did this, God said this, in 3 days, God did this," we gotta have a standard. If we don't got a standard, you know what I'm saying? We gonna fall for the fuck shit. Science is the standard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not coming to nobody telling the motherfucker go be a scientist. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't interesting to me. But when we trying to understand something, when you're not trying to get tricked or flim flam, you know what I'm saying? It's like you won't go back in your bag and go ahead, Uncle Sid.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. I mean, I think we need to focus in on that point. We are actually trying to get you to think within a framework which is going to produce results, tangible results in your existence, right? There's a methodology, and we explain it within the realm of science. How do we know what we know versus what we believe? There's a standard of evidence required. Christopher Hitchens said, right? The bigger the claim, the more extraordinary the claim, the more extraordinary the evidence required. So if I say I have a dog, or if I have a couple of birds, that is not outside of the realm of possibility. Why? because we have a whole ontology to substantiate that position. We got books, we got breeds, we got kennel shows. You can buy bite sleeves, you can buy suits, you can buy leashes, there's dog food, there's commercials. There's a body of evidence to substantiate the fact that dogs exist, and it
It
is
make
not far.
noises. It make noises. It bark.
They
It'll
bark, you hear them. You
it bite
hear
the
them. They
invader.
bite. Trust me, they bite. I train working dogs. They bite. They love to bite. But we have a whole body of evidence, right? So me saying I have a dog, whether I actually have one right now or not, is not far-fetched. It's not something that you are going to require more evidence for. But if I come on here and say I got a dragon, a red dragon in my closet, I'm going to show and prove.
We want to see the eyeballs on that motherfucker.
Exactly. you, I will have to show and prove that shit.
Uncle said, you would have to show what that motherfucker shit out, what the shit look like.
What it eats, I got to show the bird. I got to show the actual animal. I got to show what it eats. I got to show it doing its thing. I need to substantiate that claim. Why? Because it is extraordinary.
Facts.
We have no evidence to substantiate that idea. However, when I say a dragon, each and every single individual can imagine or pull into their psyche what I am talking about. Why? Because there are stories written about them. We have movies about them. We have evidence to the tail. But what we don't have is actual evidence of such an animal. So although everyone can understand what I'm talking about, that doesn't mean that this thing exists in actuality. The same applies to our notion of a God. It is one of the major attributes of human beings, our ability to have an imagination and the ability to express it. It is what we do in our creative existence. It is fundamental to the human existence, creating and producing stories and fictional tales out of our imagination. It is characteristic of being a human being. Doesn't mean that these things are factual, and therefore we need a system in which we can distinguish fact from fiction, where we can establish if something is credible and has a basis in reality, or is it something that comes out of our imagination. And science gives us the tools to evaluate claims, and based on that reasoning, based on using your logic, your reasoning, and evidence-based thinking, you can obviously easily come to the conclusion that there ain't no God. Let's start there. There ain't no God. We have no evidence for a God. We have nothing to support the claim of a God. We just have human imagination. All attempts to establish the many thousands of gods have never been done. It is within conjecture. It is done with flawed reasoning. We have presuppositions, all claims that are unsupported and unsubstantiated. And when the claims of God speaks to things in nature that we understand, we have evidence against the claims of a God. So all in all, this is at this point in time in our development, it is actually a waste of time.
A waste of time, a waste of brain power. Imagine, imagine you talking about your God and you saying, and the scripture saying he spoke. he walked, he touching shit. That's what we do. We do all of
I,
that.
and the saddest part of
And
this whole,
imagine the first thing he create. You know what I'm saying? First man he created is Adam. But then when we start telling y'all last, we got shit going back, we got bones going back, Shango bones, 20,000 years old. Y'all call us pre-Adamites. So hold up. So we come before what your God it's this come on, it's like the critical thinking, Uncle said. The critical thinking part. That's what be
it
mad.
is, it is a critical thinking will always go out the door when you fundamentally engaging in confirmation bias. So you're looking for arguments to substantiate a position you already hold. You're not really analyzing the position that you hold. You're only busy substantiating it. And then is when you're going to get arguments that are illogical, irrational, contradictory, even like the concept of prayer. Based on the presuppositions of a God, God is omniscient, so God knows the beginning from the end. So why would an individual engage in an activity as prayer? From the moment you attempt to pray, God already knows. It is a useless exercise. And then you're trying to have God change his mind, but that is arrogance of the human being. God set it this way. God wants it this way. Why would you assume your prayer would have any influence on a decision that was made before time existed? It's irrational and illogical.
Yeah,
But
but don't you
again,
think? Can I
it
say
is
something
an
right quick?
attempt.
Just to
It
respond
is
to
an
that. Won't you think if like
attempt.
if like let's say if I know y'all don't believe in the Bible and stuff, right? And y'all don't believe in God and stuff, but
The
let's
volume
say
up.
if there was never a Bible. Let's say if there was never a Bible, right? Where are they getting all this, like the police, and then where are they getting all these judges and all this stuff, and all these kind of laws that are set up in the Americas and Mexico? I mean, don't they copy all that stuff from the Bible though? When you think about it, if there's no law in the land, then there's no righteousness in the land. You understand?
Okay, now there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, no country in the world, other than theocratic countries, use any type of religious narrative to establish their legal premise. As a matter of fact, if we would look at what so-called laws represent, most of them would be considered criminal if you would even consider doing some of those laws.
Yeah,
Um,
but they're
most
considered
of
criminals because why? Because they don't follow the law. The same thing
those
can be used that people that don't follow the Bible, they will be considered lawbreakers. It's kind of the same thing when you think about it.
Well, no. First
You
of
know what
all,
I'm saying?
again, no country other than a few tyrannical countries that use theology as their basis, and those are mostly in the Middle East, and they use a Muslim Islam as the foundation. Outside of that, there are no countries that use theology as a base for their legal system. And again, when you explore those so-called laws, statutes, and commandments, most of them would get you locked up if you would even consider trying to do them in today's world, right? So the premise of a doctrine established 2,000 years ago, being any type of rule of law, is utter nonsense. For a matter of fact, the culture that law came out of was, there was already civilizations established for thousands of years around them that already had legal premises and societal structures that had nothing to do with the doctrine that you adhere to. So, like, so to use that piece of document to say that that is the foundation of societies or has anything to do with actual legislation in the world today is a flawed premise.
I'll say this, bro. Like, to back up with science, right? We know the Torah tells us, right? It tells us don't eat shrimp, don't eat pork, don't eat crab, don't eat none of that stuff. There are scientists out there that I can prove to you by science that are telling you that that stuff is unclean. So it's like a lot of this
Okay, so
shit that's in the Bible, bro, it's backed up by science as well. You see what I'm saying?
there is evidence that is going to say that a particular animal is unclean. It's not terminology used in science. As for consumption, I'm from the Caribbean, bro. Shrimp, lobster, that's a staple diet. So, like you see, these arguments they hold no premise in actuality. I mean, the French eat escargot, which are snails, right? We understand what these animals do; they are purged, etc. But shrimp is a delicacy all over the world. There are tiger prawns of a foot long that are the main staple in Thailand, right? In the Caribbean, lobster is something that everyone comes to my island to enjoy. Lobster Tumador. We have a restaurant that people talk about on the plane getting here for their lobster Tumador. Again, where does these arguments come from? Consumption of swine. Back in the day, due to the high level of parasites that pigs would carry, and they would get things like a swine fever, etc. People were scared to eat pork. However, in today's reality and throughout history, in Asia, in the Caribbean, in Africa, swine is consumed as a staple part of people's diet. Like these are, I mean, Europe, in the Netherlands, there are more pigs than humans because these things are just part of of regular consumption, right? So you exist within this very narrow microcosm using a document created by Europeans that they don't adhere to. Most European countries are now secular and atheist, the same countries that forced this doctrine down our throat in West and Central Africa. This is bonkers. The European Puritans, the cover yourself
But
from head to
how
don't.
could you say that the Bible is a white man's book when the Bible condemns white people though? It talks
You,
bad about it talks bad
you
about white
again,
people.
repeat myself. The Europeans which brought that concept to West and Central Africa. There is no Christianity
Yeah,
in
but
the world today
yeah, they
with
brought Christianity, but they didn't bring the Torah only doctrine.
Catholicism.
They brought
Catholicism
Christianity. I understand
is
that. I understand your point. Because in the same thing they did in the Americas, they were doing that in Africa. The white man was bringing Catholic religion into the Americas, just like the white man was bringing Christianity. But never in the world, why would they want to convert us back to the Torah? They were never converting us back to the Torah. That's the
not
least
you.
thing that they wanted to do. In fact, they were forbidden. Luis Carvajal, one of the conquistadors that came over here to where I live at right now, he got put in jail for trying to teach the Torah, and he was sent by Spain to teach Christianity. And they put him in jail, and then they burned up his body because he was trying to teach them the Torah, the Old Testament. So they were
So I'm
forbidden to teach the Old
so
Testament, but they were
you're
allowed to Christianize them and to put them in Catholic religion. But they were forbidden to even teach the Torah to our people.
okay. To which our people? Like okay, let's slow this thing down.
I'm
Christianity,
talking about like
the,
the so-called. I'm talking about like
the
so-called
Holy
natives.
Bible,
They were
the
forbidden to
Holy
teach the
Bible.
Torah to us.
Okay, are you gonna let me speak? The
Yeah,
Holy
go ahead.
Bible, the Roman Catholic Church, the age of discovery, the conquest of the New World between Spain and Portugal. Their first interaction was with the West and Central Africans. We have conversion to Christianity by West and Central Africa because they were introduced to this concept from the Middle East via the Europeans.
Yeah, but
Whether
you
you,
said it yourself. You said Christianity. You didn't say the Old Testament.
I'm not
I know, but you
done.
said it
I am
yourself.
not
You just
done.
cut yourself again
Bro,
because you just said Christianity.
you, you,
Nowhere can you find a source that they were trying to get us into the Old Testament. You can't find that source. They were trying to get
bro,
us into
Hold up.
Christianity
Hey,
and
Manasseh.
bro,
Catholic religion.
Hey,
bro.
hold up, real quick. Hey, Manasseh,
You
basically,
don't have
hold
a
up,
New Testament without the Old
hold up.
Testament.
Hey, Uncle said, I got you. I'm gonna let you speak right after this. Uncle said, Manasseh, basically, what he's saying is like there was no widespread spreading of the Torah or the Old Testament or Dead Sea Scrolls. These are like regional area books. These wasn't books where motherfuckers was going and spreading. If you get what I'm saying, the Bible is a book. These scrolls and shit, they stayed in that area in the Middle East. They didn't go far, or Turkey. They didn't go too far outside of there. So that's basically when he keeps saying the Bible, like nobody was spreading the Torah or the Old Testament like that. That's basically what he mean, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, yeah, there were. I'm not denying the fact that there were, like in Africa, they were teaching Christianity, and in the Americas, they were teaching us Christianity.
You're doing the flip and bring up basic your brain.
Hold up. Uncle said, hold up. It's a word game going on, Manasseh. There is no Old Testament getting spread nowhere. So it's only the Bible, bro. So if you don't agree, if you don't agree with the New Testament, because I know you're Old Testament only right now. If you don't agree with the New Testament, then just you ain't even gotta respond to that statement, because bringing up the Old Testament or the Torah, that shit wasn't widespread or even in Africa. So like that's what it comes. I don't want you to bring up that, and that's a mute point because it wasn't widespread. But Uncle said, go ahead, and Manasseh, you right after him.
We our encountering with religion, with a God, with a Jesus, with any of it took place in the 1600s. So no Western Central African, nobody in the New World is going to talk to me about Torah. You're not Jewish. And it's based on having been exposed to Christianity now in the New World, lately of modern history. You guys are picking up Torah and claiming to be Jewish. But I'm not falling for the flim flam. I have the chronology down. You do not engage with no Old Testament prior to 1600, and then is when you were introduced to the Holy Bible.
Go ahead, Manasseh.
You are, yeah. What I'm trying to say is that I'm saying like Africa. I'm saying like
Which
Americas,
are
right? It would have been a better land if the white man would have came over here and he would have taught the Old Testament only. But like I told you, they were forbidden. I have books on that. They were forbidden to teach us the Old Testament. Luis Carvajal, he got burnt up, bro. They locked him up and then they burned up his body.
Carvajal has nothing to do with you. At the point he got
Yeah, I'm in Monterrey, Nuevo Leon, bro. He was the governor of where I live at. What do you mean that don't got nothing to do with me? What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with me. I'm in Monterrey, Nuevo Leon. Do you know where I'm at? Bro, this place was governed by crypto Jews. I have a whole book on that.
Oh,
How are you gonna tell me I don't know my own history, bro? I was born in Mexico and I'm in Mexico right now.
Ike. If you're in Mexico, that means you encountered Christianity. México, el número uno religión es catolicismo. The number one religion in Mexico is Catholicism. In whole of South America, you're making my point. You're engaging in a microcosm within the modern realm. And you're talking about what? Stop it. You know who you're talking to? You're talking to a pseudo killer. You're not talking to no quack out there who don't understand history. So
Well,
Mexico,
like I said,
Mexico had, had
if these people
indigenous,
in
had
Mexico want to follow that,
indigenous
that doesn't mean that I gotta follow whatever they
and
follow.
the Americas was the first place that Christianity was introduced. Christianity. So now, if you're going to make an argument here that we can't support, even if he was doing that and he got executed or whatever, right? I'm giving you a claim. Does that separate the conquistadors from Christianity? Does that separate the religion that you were exposed to from the European? It doesn't discard that or eliminate that. So the point you're trying to make is completely irrelevant. The point I was making is that we engage with this religion that comes from the Middle East, that has nothing to do with Western Central Africa and less to do with any indigenous people in the Americas, especially if you're a Mexican. It has absolutely nothing to do with you other than being forced into Catholicism by the conquistadors. That's why in Mexico today, Catholicism is the number one religion. There was even a Mexican bishop in the running for Pope the last time around. So your number one state religion is
There's Jewish people here too though, where I live at.
still your number one religion in your country, and the number one religion is Catholicism. There's hardly any other religions, so it's Muslim or any other forms. There's Santeria, but Santeria is fully integrated in Catholicism. Even the Oguns have been replaced with the archangels. So there is no aspect of your culture that is separate from, at this point in time, it is separate from Catholicism. So you are modern come lately convert to Judaism, claiming maybe you adhere to the 12 tribe chart, which absolutely makes no sense because I'm from the Caribbean. So an Haitian or a Saint Martin or a Jamaican is the exact same people. The Tainos and the Arawaks and the Caribs, which are on few native islands, have no connection, none whatsoever, to any Middle Eastern culture.
That's not what my manuscripts are saying. My manuscripts are saying that the 10 tribes of Israel came to our sphere, which is America.
History is taught via archaeology, via anthropology, and via genetics. And we ain't getting around any of those, no, regardless of what fairy tale book you read. So what I'm saying here is all facts. Anyone who can Google this stuff in real time. Number one religion in Mexico today is going to be Christianity, and its number one expression is going to be Catholicism. Number one, by far.
Not in Monterey. There's a lot of people that keep the Torah over here.
Again, you see what he's doing? he's
Not in Monterey, because you don't know about what happened to Monterey, bro. You don't know that this place was governed by people. This place was governed by people that kept the Torah. So there's still people here that practice those customs.
Within the last 50 years, with this weird ass doctrine about the 12 tribes, right? You cannot claim no Jewish or Torah history within the confinements of Mexico. So now we're not going to do that, right? We're simply not. So back to my original point.
I have my manuscripts to prove that. Second Ezra says the 10 tribes will come to our sphere, to America.
There are no manuscripts of the Bible, first of all, because there's no original transcript. There's only a bunch of transcripts of it, right? Rewritten,
Scrolls.
no original manuscript. So
Second Ezra was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
So again, most European nations have gone secular. Spain and Portugal are predominantly secular. They have little to no link to Christianity, and we, the byproduct of the slave trade and the age of discovery, still hold on to this doctrine as if it has any real value or any real purpose towards us as a people, right? It never did and it never will, right? It is via our history that we've been
Well, maybe
forced
it don't
them.
has no value to your people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make Africans Hebrews. I don't teach that stuff. Like I teach that those are just Africans, whatever, bro. I'm not trying to convert it. I'm not trying to. I'm talking about my people, bro. Because when I
Your
read
people,
Second Ezra, it tells me
your
that the
people.
10
So
tribes went into Arslan, which is America.
you're either a recent export from the Middle East, from Israel, most likely to be a Jew in to be a Hebrew, a Jew or Torah in Mexico, or you're a recent convert based on subscribing to a 12 tribe chart, which doesn't actually exist. So which one is it? Because
Hold
authentic or have
on.
actually anything to do with the religion, you don't.
Yes, I
But
do.
you
I
can
just told you, Second Ezra
you
13
can
it says that
convert
Arslan is
you
the
can
Americas.
convert to
Even the
anything
Jewish people are saying
you
that.
want. You can convert to anything you want. I can give you that. You want to convert to Torah? Go ahead. But do not try to paint a historical narrative or as if you have any relationship to these people or to this culture originally. You can convert.
Yes, I
It's a
do.
no, you
Yes, I
don't.
do.
And
Yes,
prove
I
it.
do.
Take a DNA. Take a DNA.
I got family on my father's side that are Spanish, and then I got on my mother's side I'm native. I'm native and Spanish, bro. So I can prove on my father's side, and I can prove on my native side how I'm
Manasseh,
Hebrew.
Your father
Hey
being
Manasseh,
Spanish
Manasseh, we not
make you
disagreeing.
Jew.
Hold on, Uncle said, hey Manasseh, we not disagreeing that you native or Spanish. We saying that none of those are Jews, and to better to look, take this as
So
homework. Just take a DNA test. But let Uncle say it finish real quick. Just take a DNA test. To use that as homework. That's how you can double down on what you is. And it's not gonna say what you think is go. Uncle said, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that point home. That's exactly what I was trying to say. You can be of Spanish descent. My last name is Ortega. Yo soy en el Caribe, pero mi apellido es Ortega. So I understand how I get that name. It comes via South America. My great grandmother comes from Venezuela. She was the byproduct of a plantation owner and one of his workers. So they get the last name, but they don't get the same value as the kids from the plantation owner's wife. I understand that issue, right? And at no point in time does that make the Spaniards that were in Mexico, that when and where were they Jews?
I'm not saying that Spaniards are Hebrews. I'm saying natives are.
Oh, okay. So the Spanish who actually the vineyards in Spain are from the Jews that migrated there.
I don't I
So
don't believe that those were Jews at all. I believe that those are just Edomites.
the possibility of you having Southern Spanish heritage, which probably gave you some Jewish roots because of the Jews owning all the vineyards in Spain, it would have made some sense. But a Native American,
Yeah, I
Aztec,
mean I'm just telling you what the book says, bro. Like if you don't, I know you don't agree with the book, but
Inca,
I'm just telling you,
Aztec,
Arsared means America in the book of Second Ezra. That's where the 10
Jews.
tribes went
My
to.
brother, if you are going to make the claim that the Aztecas, los Mayos, or the Incas were Jews, my brother, I want to see you do that on a Cinco de Mayo fight when Canelo is fighting. Stand up there and say you're a Jew, a Mexican Jew, because the Aztecs were Jews. I want you to say that. I want you to
Yeah,
have the balls to say,
The word AD is actually means to tell time, so it is a Hebrew word, and Maya means water in Hebrew. So those are all Hebrew words.
Jesus, say me the plot. I'm good, baby. I'm good.
Those are all
This
Hebrew
is
words, and like I told you, on Second Ezra 13, it says that the 10 tribes will come to Arsher, which is America.
is
So I'm just telling
indicative.
you what my manuscripts are telling you.
You're not telling me anything. All you're
Hey,
illustrating is your delusion.
hey, I have a question. Manasseh.
Yeah,
Hey, so is it 10 tribes or is it 12?
It was 10 tribes. The 10 tribes that got sent to Assyria, and then after that they left and came to the Americas. It was 12 tribes originally, but the southern kingdom stayed in Israel until the second temple, until they got into like yeah they were still there around the second temple whenever the Romans came in there. And the 10 tribes came over here to the Americas. That's what I'm telling you about Second Ezra. It says that Christopher Columbus found this land using the book of Second Ezra, so he knew where the 10 tribes were going to. So that's how I know that the natives are Hebrews. I'm not teaching Spanish people are Hebrews. I'm saying the natives, like the 10 tribes, were supposed to dwell in a land where no human being ever lived. So a whole 10 tribes, that's a lot of people coming into a land that no man never dwelt. All the other lands were already occupied. Africa was already occupied. Asia was already occupied. Europe was already occupied. All these other lands were already occupied. What was that land that no human being ever lived, where the 10 tribes were supposed to dwell and live there?
So,
And that
so
had to be Arthur, which is the Americas. According to the Jewish Encyclopedia, it says that Arthur is the Americas. In the Jewish Encyclopedia, I can show you the source. You know what I'm saying?
okay, so you saying that the so are you saying that the Native Americans are descendants of the Assyrians?
They're descendants of the 10 tribes, and we did have a remnant in Assyria. There's still a remnant of Hebrews in Assyria, according to the book of Isaiah. It says that we'll have a remnant in
So
Assyria.
look, it's like this. It's like this. It's like this.
That sounds like the
So,
Hopi.
so hold up, real quick, Jalen. I'm gonna let you go right after me. My bad, Manasseh, for cutting you off. I'm gonna let you finish up what you're about to say. But it's
Yeah.
like this. It's like this, Manasseh. DNA don't agree with that. Like for you to say that it's 10 tribes and how it broke off and how all of these tribes would have to have a DNA ancestry with a main person, with a main race or whatever. What I'm saying is when you put science, when you try to throw science at the Bible crumbles up. So what we saying is, brother, is if you take a DNA test, you would see that 12 tribe chart it really don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like just use this as homework. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying Manasseh go take one tomorrow. The motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Nobody got $100 to just throw at something, especially if we don't believe in it. All I'm saying is, Manasseh, take your DNA test, my brother, before this year over with, and that will sharpen up your sword. That will make your arguments even stronger. It's gonna make you throw some shit out, but you gonna
It's
see
because I already know what I am. I ain't mean to cut you off, but I'm saying I already know what I am. I know that I got Spanish and native. Like I already know that what I am. But I'm
yeah.
saying if
But
I
look,
take a DNA test, it's not gonna. You know the reason why it might not like it might say Middle East too, bro. Because like if I take one, I know it's gonna say Middle East too, bro. Like I'm gonna have to go take one when I get back to Texas. But for
yeah,
sure, bro. Like
it's better to just take one. But if you Google the origins of the 12 tribe chart, I think that come from like British extremism. That's like some white people shit, bro. Look up the origins of the 12 tribe
no,
chart.
I'm not. I don't. I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm not talking about the 12 tribe chart sign because where they got that shit from the 12 tribe chart sign, they got that from Second Ezra. That's where they got that from. But I don't agree. The Southern Kingdom is Jude African Americans. I don't agree Haitians or Levi. I don't agree with none of that stuff. I don't
So
agree
look,
Jamaicans or Benjamin. I don't agree with that. I
this,
just agree with the part that talks about like the native people because we know that Arsarid is the Americas in the book of Second Ezra. I just basing my belief system
all right,
on Second Ezra. You see what I'm saying?
so you agree with some of the 12 tribe chart, but not all of it.
No, I don't agree with all of it. No, I don't believe African Americans are
Right,
Judah
you agree
or.
with some of it. You agree with some of it, but not all of it.
And you're
I
picking the
don't
Jews.
believe that those are I don't believe that those are the specific names of the tribes. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that those are specific names of the tribes because according to I do believe maybe my tribe could be Issachar, because I have a book on that. I have a book called The Origins of the American Indians. So on that book, it tells you it's by some
Is it
historian,
an
and it tells you
anthropology
that the
book?
Mexicans are from the tribe of
Is
Issachar.
it an anthropology book? Is it a textbook that is taught in school?
You probably gotta say that
No.
again.
Is
You
is
said
it a
what?
textbook? Is it a textbook? Is it a book that is taught in school? Is it an anthropology book?
That's taught in school? I don't think so. No.
Exactly.
Do they teach the? All right, hold up. Do they teach the Bible in history class?
Nah, they ain't teach us nothing about that.
All right, so hold up. Do they teach the Bible in science class?
No.
So you can't take that book literal. That's what we were saying. That's what Uncle said was saying. You can't take the races literal. You can't take the breakdown literal. You can't take none of that. It's like right here. Right here. Like this. Right like this. We read it, but we don't try to find ourselves in Green Eggs and Ham or any of Dr. Seuss books. We just read it. Like with SpongeBob, we just watch it. Like that's kind of how you gotta do with the book. Like you can't try to add yourselves as one of the people or call people Gentiles or Edomites. Like you doing yourself a disservice. That book is just supposed to be read. And all right, let me go past my day. I got real life when I open my eyes or when I shut it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Uncle said was trying to get to. Like the book don't teach science, so we can't try to find races in the real world in the book. Like that's you can't take the book there literal, and I think that's what he was saying.
I mean, that's what everybody's gonna say that doesn't have a belief system. Of course, he doesn't have a belief system. He obviously hates God or whatever.
I don't need
I
a
mean,
belief system.
you don't have a belief
Why
system.
would I hate a
If you're
God when
anti-God, once I deal with people that are anti-God, there's nothing really to talk about. There's really nothing to prove or nothing, or there's nothing to discuss when people that don't have a belief system or they're anti-God and they're pro-devil or whatever the fuck they on. Like you just can't build with people like that because they don't have a belief system. So if I was having a conversation that somebody had a belief system, like this brother obviously doesn't have a belief system. I mean, he's anti-Bible. So if you anti-Bible means you want people to be murderers.
You don't need to continue ramming on.
If you anti-Bible, that means you want people to be murderers. You want people to be killers. You want people to sell drugs. You want
Vanessa, you ain't got to
bro. If you're gonna have a
hold on.
Why would I require a belief system when we have systems in place which allows us to know things? Can I tell
I'm gonna ask you a question. You're talking about science, right? So who made science?
Bro, I feel 2 words cut me off.
Go ahead, Uncle Sid. Hold up, Manasseh.
There's no way. The value of belief. Belief is only required when you don't have knowledge. When you don't actually know something, you are required to believe it under the assumption. Now, I can assume or believe that my car is parked outside because I left it outside. It might have been stolen, but I believe it's there until I actually see it. My belief is predicated on the fact that I parked it there. There's, again, actual evidence to support that belief.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I believe.
Hey, excuse me. My fault. Said, hey, after said get done, after my answer finish, let me follow up with something. Go ahead. My fault. My apologies.
No problem. So belief, right, is based in no human acts without belief. Your belief is what fuels your action. I go outside to get in my car because I believe it's there. Once I reach there, now I know it's there. I don't come home and tell my wife, I believe the kids are mine. I need to tell her I know. Because if I believe, that means I assume, I'm not sure. Yeah? And that unsureness is only based on you not actually knowing. So a belief system, a whole conceptualization of reality based on having no evidence is flawed reasoning. It is human nature to have your claim supported. You see something, you need it confirmed. Hey, did you see that? Come check this. So now you're asking or you're required to believe something for which you have no substantiation, no evidence. That is irrational and illogical. Your next point, anti Bible. There is no anti nothing. It's a book. I read it. You must read it to understand it and know what's in it. But it's just a book. There is nothing to be anti. Again, would I believe that a donkey was talking to someone? No. Do I have to believe that an Adam existed and produced an Eve by means of magic? No, there's no reason for me to require to believe that. That's as much belief as I have when I read a Harry Potter book. It's just a book. I have actual evidence to understand reality around me. So a belief system based in something that has no substantiation is irrational and illogical. There is no God. So why would I hate one? Why would I put energy into hating a thing which I know don't exist? Now I'm addressing this to show you the illogicalness of your arguments and your rationale against someone like myself. And it's just emotion that you're expressing because there is no substantiation for nothing you're saying.
All right,
And
hold
that's
on,
what
said. Hold on, said. Hey, Manasseh, do you understand what he's saying about believing something and knowing something? You understand what he means?
Yeah.
All right, so
I
look,
mean,
hey, hold up, Manasseh, hold up. If you understand what he's saying, then we ain't even go back and forth on that. Jalen, go ahead.
All I want to say is this man said over here moving like he's Shakespeare and Morpheus combined. The way he was breaking that shit down, dog. That shit was like poetry, especially when he
Hey,
was talking.
after you hear a nigga like Uncle said talk, why would we listen to any
Nah,
other nigga with gray hair?
nah, no bullshit, bro.
Why
Cause
would
I
we
was,
listen to any other nigga with
hey,
gray hair talk junk?
said, my fault, Mr. O'Take. Hey, OG, you,
yeah, Tommy
hey,
said, Tommy said, it's all
O,
good, it's all good.
OG,
Uncle
hey,
said, it's Uncle
OG,
said.
Uncle said, hey, you have my ears, brother. Hey, no cap, bro. The way you hey, the way he broke it down in such a second grade way that nobody never caught, even up to now. The man said that you have to be sure. Because if you say you believe, I believe the kid's mine. Nah, you gotta be sure. Hey, OG. If nobody done gave you your flowers, bro, I'm giving you your flowers now, man.
I
I'm giving you
appreciate
your
it.
flowers right now, dog. No
I
bullshit.
appreciate it.
And this is no
That's
disrespect to
you
Manasseh.
think
And I
when
say, like I said, like this no disrespect. Now, this is what I wanted to say. Manasseh, when you was talking about when you was like, people who don't have no belief system and everything like that, you said that they're evil, right? They hate God, right? Correct?
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I want you now. Are you in these back chats? In some of these back chats?
What
Hell
back
yeah,
chats?
hell yeah.
Are you in the Israel versus Bantu back chat?
Yeah, hey, he from all he,
Uh,
he was in all the back chats. He know about
All right.
the smoke.
You understand? I'm just letting you know this now, brother. I'm telling these Hebrew bros, like, bro, I'm all about love and peace. Everybody who's been on this panel with me know that I'm talking about that, the number one thing, bro. I may have, you know what I'm saying? I may have a spirituality conscious type mindset and everything, but I'm always open ears. And I'm telling these brothers, like, the number one, I'm telling these, and these brothers are telling me, like, straight up, like, you know that the Bible is only talking about one people. So then if that's the case, then why are you forcing this on all these people? But besides all that, bro, I'm telling these brothers that I'm all about love and peace, bro. That's all I care about. And these niggas here, bro, attacked me, bro, and wanted me to get out of character so bad because all I was preaching was love and peace, bro. And the fact that I'm saying that, shoot, that's y'all God, that's y'all's. I've never once, you know what I'm saying? And they got mad. Now, it's the fact that I'm acknowledging your God and everything. I'm acknowledging that your God exists in my realm, you know what I'm saying? In my reality. You know what I'm saying? I may not agree with some of the things that y'all may say. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as when it comes to war and all this, because that's what them brothers be preaching. It's all about war at the end of the day, enslaving all this other stuff. This is what they be saying. All I'm saying about love and peace, bro, and I'm getting attacked. So I'm telling you now, bro, that because I have a belief system, bro, and I do acknowledge a God and everything, I'm still getting attacked just because I'm not one of y'all.
It's like this. It's like this. This is the last thing we're gonna say, and then Manasseh, we're gonna let you jump in. You got it, brother. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, Manasseh. When I look at white people,
Let me get off, man.
when I look at white people, I gotta keep a close eye on them, right? Gotta keep a close eye on them. Cause it's like some of them are good, some of them are evil, how y'all call it. But in no way, shape, or form can I scientifically put my mind that all of them are evil, for the simple fact that we all got the same common ancestor. You get what I'm saying? So we all are the same. We are the human race. It's all one race, the human race. It's not white. Those are social constructs. Those are human constructs. We are the human race. So when I look at white people, I judge them off their character, their intentions, and I keep a close eye on them because history showed me to. But in no way, shape, or form do I call them the devil, or do I make up a name for them that put every last one of them in a category. You know what I'm saying? You got some white sisters that'll take a charge for you, my brother. You got some white sisters that'll get all her daddy money and give it all to you. You know what I'm saying? When you start doing business and shit, you're gonna be breaking deals and closing deals with these motherfuckers that this book is saying, or that the ideology is trying to show these people who they are, and that's not realistic. So when I say green eggs and ham, Dr. Seuss, you feel me? We get it. We break it down. We read it. But at the end of the day, when we close that book is closed. We're not marinating on it. We're not digesting it. We're not praying about it. We're not doing none of it, because a book is just a book. You know what I'm saying? Like history, we read history, but we don't try to relive history. We still got the future ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? And when this book is not geographically real, when this book is not historically accurate or scientifically accurate, in the book of Genesis, that's when that even gives you more pudge to put it in the fiction category and just read it and then sit it down. You know what I'm saying? And I hope the main thing you got from what Uncle said was saying was, it's better to know something. You feel me, Manasseh? It's better to know something than believe something, bro. Like, you believe God is real. It's better to know. If you got a girlfriend, then you know God is real. When you jump in that pussy, you go to heaven every single time. When she giving you that throat, baby, when she giving you some top, you know what I'm saying, some good head, you in heaven. It don't get no better than this. So it's better to, what he was saying is, it's better to know something than to not know something. And if you banking on something that you don't know, that you believe, then you selling yourself short. Go ahead, Manasseh.
Well, like I said, bro, like I can even show you, like, we talking about before the Bible, right? Talking about, like, let's say the Egyptians. So I'm gonna ask you a question, Wavy, since you know about Egyptians and stuff like that. Did the Egyptians believe in afterlife? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did the Egyptians say about the afterlife? That whenever you die, what happens?
All right, bet. So
Is there
this
a
is where I
place
come
that you
in.
go?
Weigh your feather, you'll weigh
Your
your heart
heart.
against a feather. If your
Yep.
heart is heavier than a feather, then it's gonna be bad for you. If your heart is lighter than a feather, then you did a good job.
Let me ask this question. Did
So
the
that's what I'm trying to tell
Egyptians
you. So if even these ancient Egyptians, right, that existed before the Bible or anything
my
like
brother,
that, like
Egyptians have
if they're saying that there's an afterlife, that makes Bible the truth too, bro. You know,
Nah, it's
because
like this. It's like
Look,
this.
you
the,
can't just sit
Hey,
back.
hey, hold up,
the,
Manasseh. Hold up, Manasseh. Uncle said, go ahead, Uncle said, I'm going after you.
the Egyptians have electricity. No, the Egyptians predate even the advent of Christianity. We in 2024 know that a document written 2,000 years ago has zero value, zero in the modern world. Now you push the conversation back to an extinct culture. Do you know why a culture goes extinct? Because it doesn't continue to evolve, it doesn't continue to develop. You know what the undermine of the Egyptians were? They refused to modernize. They kept believing in the gods and kept going back to the gods and to the gods. And the Europeans, via the Greeks, kept developing technology.
The
And
gun, the gun.
eventually, eventually, the Egyptians are no more. So why bring us back? This is the kernel of my. Why you bring us back to the Egyptians
It's like
when they had less ability to substantiate their claims than the Christians had?
right. It's like this. It's like this. Hold up, Manasseh. It's like this. We got to understand also, as much as Egypt was probably the greatest civilization ever, had the best shit ever, we also got to understand that those were human beings. It was a point in time where they was doing where the goddamn Pharaoh would die and all of his flock would die. You know what I'm saying? Then they realized that shit wasn't smart. Then they cut that out. So these are human beings. These are believers, just like what you was talking about. But you know what they didn't have? They didn't have a laptop. They didn't have Wi-Fi. They didn't have the worldwide internet. They didn't have Google to Google a song. They didn't have Google to Google none of this shit. So that put us at a higher playing field. You know what I'm saying? No matter what civilization we bring up, those are still Homo sapiens sapiens. They still had a believing brain. You know what I'm saying? Like even to this day, when it starts thundering outside, motherfuckers think God up there fighting with his wife. You know what I'm saying? It's just a believing brain. So no matter what civilization you bring up the goddamn Aztecs, the Mayans with the step pyramids or the Olmecs, it's the believing brain, bro. So, and he asked you earlier, you rather believe it or you rather know it? If you understood what he was saying, then you understood what a believing brain could take you compared to knowing something. Like people back then didn't have the World Wide Web. You know what I'm saying? Jalen, go ahead, then Manasseh.
I don't got nothing to say, gang.
All right, go ahead, Manasseh.
All right, so I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say whether I believe it or I know it. No, I know it. I know God exists, bro, because like I can compare how I act since I first got into the truth, probably like when I was like 20, like 24 or something like that. I'm 32 right now. So I can compare myself on how I used to act back then and how I act now. So it's like everything changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like my mind is sharp. I'm more mature than how I used to be back at that time. And when I didn't have a belief system like back then, when I didn't know that God exists, a lot of bad stuff was happening to me. I was hanging around with bad people and stuff like that. It's like the same thing, bro. When you're brought up in a household when they don't teach the Torah, when they don't teach the Old Testament, when they're not teaching you the right ways of what you got to do and stuff like that, you're gonna end up in jail. You're gonna end up in other places. So it's like even if I try to, if like let's say if I have some children, bro. Let's say if I have a daughter or I have a son, bro, and I raise them up and I tell them, nah, it's okay. God don't exist. Let's just base everything off science. And then however y'all turned out is however y'all want to turn out and do whatever y'all want to do. Hold on. Let me finish right quick. So let's say I have a daughter, right? And I have a son, right? And if I teach them science, I'd be like, this is what science says about God. God don't exist. This and that, this and that. That means that y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do and believe whatever y'all want to do. If y'all want to go kill somebody, go kill somebody. Y'all want to go rob. Y'all want to go
Because
do all
God,
this other shit. Do whatever y'all want to
no,
do.
slow down,
And
slow
you can
down.
even how do I tell you? Like
Slow down.
you can even tell them, like a father can even tell their children. No, I understand. Hold on, I understand. I'll let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. Hold on, I'll let you finish. Hold on.
No,
I know.
no,
Hold
you
on. I'll
need
let
to
you
stop
finish.
it
I'll let
right
you
there.
finish. I know. I'm gonna let you
No,
finish. Hold on. Let me just
no,
finish.
no,
And I
no.
know that, and I know that there's ways. Hold on. And I know that there's ways that a father can tell you without using the Bible. I know there's ways, but sometimes it takes somebody. It takes like a child. It takes for them to know that God exists for them to start doing right, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Bro,
So it does help a
bro.
lot of people. It does help a lot of people when they grow up and the
You
way they
basically
act and their attitudes and their
basically
habits.
just said
And
you basically just said hold up. You basically just said hold on, Uncle said. You basically just said it's cool to trick yourself. It'll make you act better. Go ahead, Uncle said.
Yeah, yeah, like I like to address the arguments because it indicates the problem in reasoning, right? I'm a father. I'm an atheist. I've raised 5 kids. I'm a father of 7. I've raised 5 in my household. My first 3, my first 4, because of the 7, the first 4 all after university, finished university. My son's never been arrested once, straight A students. My 17-year-old right now, straight A student. He does kid stuff. I caught him with I caught him vaping and stuff like that. Never broken, never disrespectful, never killed nobody, never had, never. So the environment that he was raised in, with parents that teach him how to reason, that teach him how to think, that has parameters. There are consequences for wrong behavior. We live in a society. I've killed as much people as I wanted to kill from the moment I stopped believing in a God, and it's absolutely zero. So this line of reasoning, as if you, without a God, mind you, the God does nothing. The God's supposedly somewhere out there, right? Murders happen. Countries go to war. Your Bible, God gives instructions on who to kill, how to kill, and when to kill. Yet you claim that without a God, people would be running rampant killing. This line of reasoning, how do you, like, you repeat the apologetics that you hear, but you don't actually ground them by actually thinking them through. So majority of scientists, 90% are atheists. How many people are there going around murdering and killing? Now, take that same concept and put it into what my brother was just saying. He's preaching love and peace on a platform. He's acknowledging the brother's God. He doesn't share that concept, but he's preaching unity and love. And he's being attacked, provoked, because he doesn't share the belief. Your Bible requires you to estrange those who don't believe. The Quran even goes further. You got to murder them. Like, so you create this dichotomy that
The
in
Bible say
actuality
the Bible
doesn't
say the Bible say cut your mama or daddy out if they don't believe in God.
Yeah. Jesus said he come to cause destruction between the family, not unity. You don't believe in me? You kill your brother because he don't believe in me. You gotta walk with me. Fuck your family. Like, and that's anti-humanity. That's anti-society. Our laws,
yeah, but
our law,
if you go to
and
the
you can get the moral argument.
yeah,
Get the
but that's
moral
the new
argument.
that's the New
As if,
Hold up,
Testament
as
Vanessa.
though.
if,
Hold up,
as if
Vanessa.
the
Hold up,
subject,
Vanessa. I
as
got
if as if as if more our moral values, if we don't believe in God, we have no grounding for our moral values. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, the golden rule. You yourself as a human being has the desire to exist and to exist in a flourishing manner. So that is the premise of your moral compass. and you have, and there is no need for a God. Because if God is a moral compass, then it is a subjective to the whims of a God. And that's why, for example, in Job, he could have killed Job's 10 kids, right? And it'd be perfectly fine because, well, God knows best. That's immoral by human and by secular human standards.
Let
Why
me say
would
this.
God engage in a fight with the devil and kill Job's kids? That's immoral. But because God did it, makes it okay.
Let
That's
me say this.
immoral.
Let me say this
God
real quick.
killing, God sending she-bears to kill kids because they're teasing a bald-headed man is immoral.
Let me say
God
this real quick.
requesting.
Hold on, Uncle Sid. Hold on, Uncle Sid. Let me say this real quick. Hey, Manasseh. Hey, Manasseh. It's like this. It's like this. You wasn't on the panel when I was saying this to Uncle Sid, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it again, bro. Science is the standard. Read out for me, Jalen. Science is the standard. So science is not science. You don't live your life by science the way that you would live your life like trying to follow Christ. You don't. It's not like that. Science is the standard to knowing the natural world around us, not getting tricked. When you want to know something, know why a star is up there, know about the sun, know about the planets. That's what science is the standard. You know what I'm saying? We're getting back to high school. Getting back to, you know what I'm saying? Science is the standard. So we know to treat everybody how you want to be treated. And it should already be ingrained into us family first, food, clothing, and shelter, man, woman, and child. The Bible says it will cause destruction against family members. But you growing up from an early age, knowing about family, your grandma or your daddy or your grandpa teaching you how important family is. And when the grandma die, we see how distant family get. You know what I'm saying? This is shit that it is ingrained into indigenous cultures. Go look at all the indigenous cultures besides the spooky shit. They all had a sense of morality and respect for one another. You know what I'm saying? You know if you disrespect somebody, how they feel inside. Whether you knowing you can beat them up or not, you knowing that shit don't feel good. You gotta it feel in your inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's we don't look at it like, well, if we put the Bible down, what do I teach my kids? Science is not like you can't look at it like that. Look at science how you look at your car, bro. Science is the tool to understanding everything around you. Science is not a tool to wake up in the morning and live by this. So that's why Uncle Said was saying you kind of get your perspective of what was said is getting confused. Don't look at science like a way of life. Look at science like a tool, bro. Just like you look at a car, just like you look at a blunt, just like you look at everything else. That's how you look at science. But science gonna give you the answers rather than you believing in something. Go ahead, Manessa.
All right, bro. Nah, I understand, bro. There's people out there. I'm not gonna say that there's not people out there in the world that don't subscribe to the to the Old Testament, and then they're like the brother was saying that his children are doing well, and they're and stuff like that. Like my sisters, they don't follow the Bible or nothing like that, and they're in college. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in college, they're doing good. You know what I'm saying? My father, he don't believe in the Bible. He believes in some of the Bible. He believes in God, yeah, but he's not really religious. You know what I mean? Like he don't really. And his, my sisters are doing good. Yeah, I understand your point on that. But I'm saying it's just like all that Jesus stuff that y'all were talking about hating your mother and all that. Like I don't subscribe to the Matthew, to the Greek book. You know what I mean? I don't believe none of that stuff. I don't believe Jesus existed. Um, I go back to the Torah, and then it says love your neighbor, right? Honor your mother and father, right? Old Testament. I look at those laws, and I apply those laws every day. What I'm saying? Love your neighbor. What I'm saying? Honor your mother and father, respect your mom, respect your father. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like there's good stuff in there that can really get people, what I'm saying, like to do right in life.
You
You know
think
what I mean?
you think the Indians and Native Americans.
Edomite and
Hold on, Cassette.
women
You think
and
the Indians? You think the Indians and Native Americans taught love your mother and father before a Bible?
Yeah, before all the homeless came over here, like before the homeless came, and then all the Africans started introducing us to the human worship and all. I mean, to the human sacrifice and all that. I think before there was a time that they were living peaceful,
Whoa,
but
that's
Came
a
to
hella
oh,
racist
you say
bullshit. Now
Africans.
let's stop right there.
Go ahead, Uncle said.
Stop right there. Stop right there. First of all, the Olmecs are not African. So get that out of here. That they came before Columbus bullshit that's been put to rest numerous of times. Right? Now, prior to any contact with the old world, the new world engaged in some horrific acts and had nothing to do taught by African. That's some racist shit. The
but even in the
Aztecs.
Bible it tells you that though.
Bro,
Tobacco,
the Bible is not historical.
tobacco,
The Bible is
tobacco
not
is
a
a
history book.
new
Hold
has
on, but
nothing
doesn't
to
the
do
Old
with
Testament
the
the Old Testament
Stop,
tells you
stop,
that
stop.
we were introduced.
I'm not done. I'm not doing the Bible talk right now. I'm gonna set you straight.
The Bible is
First of
not a
all,
history, and
there's
the
no
Bible ain't
way.
that. Go ahead, Uncle
Yeah,
said.
we're not talking Bible right now. We're talking that racist crap you just mentioned there. The tobacco smoking, the use of the tobacco plant is a new world product, has nothing to do with the old world. You know what the Aztecs actually did with it? They would blow smoke up your ass, literally. It would induce a high. That high was necessary for the ritual sacrifice that would take place by the Aztec priests. This is well documented. Again, I come from the Caribbean, so I get world history. Maybe I know a little bit more about Aztec history than you would assume. So those ritual sacrifices was done in droughts, full moons, was part and parcel of the culture. You know where the saying "don't kill the messenger" comes from? Because within the Aztec culture, Montezuma, the last person that would reach him, last messenger that would reach him, if for bad news, he would kill him. That's where that saying come from. Don't kill the messenger. Because if it was bad news, Montezuma would kill him. I actually know a little bit about Central American history. So the African
But we
didn't
did,
come there.
but we did have.
Stop. So you're gonna retract that statement. The Africans had no influence in your culture, in your history, or in the barbaric practices that were done. Now, these practices were done by peoples all over the world. It was humans humaning at a particular time in history. Human sacrifice was something that the Egyptians did for kingship. We know that. It was done in different parts of Africa. It was done in Asia, done in Europe. It's human sacrifice. It was part of humans humaning, and there was no need to be indoctrinated by one culture to the next, and especially one that is historically and factually and inherent as in such a degree
Hey,
as
it's
to
like
claim
this.
that
Like
the
it's like this.
barbaricism of your civilization came to
But
contact with the
hold on. I just got a question. I got a
Vanessa,
question.
Vanessa, hold up, Vanessa. I'm about to give you the floor. But let me try to understand me when I say this, bro. You know how you look, you know how we all look at Muslims like they extremists.
Yeah. What about it?
Nah, just check me out. Just bro, just don't look at this. Don't look at this like a somebody trying to big you up or like this all knowledge. This all information building. We sharpening your sword. Don't think our sword not getting sharpened either. Don't think you the only one, you know what I'm saying, learning, bro. Trust me. You know how we look at Muslims and we like them motherfuckers are extremists. That's how these religious books give way history, bro. They make history extreme. They give you an extremist point of view of history to the point to where you start calling motherfuckers something that they was never called, or you start bringing up events that never happened, but it only happened in this book. That's what I'm saying, bro. So just the same way you will look at Jesse or Muslim Marcus, and you'll be like, these motherfuckers are extremists for Allah. That's the same way the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, that's the same way they got history organized, bro. It's from an extremist point of view. Trust me. All right, it's your turn.
All right, nah, you can't lie, bro. There was African people here in the Americas, though, because a lot of the customs that
They don't got nothing to do with the shit that you try to claim that we brought over here.
I know, but there was African people in the Americas, so we did get influenced by them, bro. You can't lie about that. Like we even have
But you made
like the
claim
gauges on the ear and on the lip and all that stuff, and the drums and all that stuff.
They don't
We
come from
did get influenced.
They don't
We
come
did
from
get
Africa.
influenced by them when they came over here. We did get influenced by them when they come over here to the
That
Americas.
didn't come from Africans. Every African wasn't doing it. That don't come from Africans, bro. Trust me.
No, first of all, his chronology. We're talking about a culture that is distinct from anything. We're talking about a people that existed 12,000 years in the Americas.
You think they had boats 12,000 years ago for us to come over here?
And
Bro, we
drugs,
had
I
Africans
mean,
in the Americas. We had African people.
You gotta look at it like this.
culture
We all the same.
developed,
We
every
all the
culture
same.
developed.
We all think the same. Look at it
Right.
like that. We all the
So
same. Go ahead, Sid.
we're humans humaning. Every man stands to piss. Everyone bends down to take a shit. Humans human. These things develop independently of each other. There is no need for contact. Why would the African alone have the ability to develop the drum? Why would the African have a need to cross the Atlantic? Now we know how the Native Americans got there. They came via two ways, via the Bering Straits, 16,000 to 20,000 years ago, and they came about 12,000 years ago via the Pacific Islands. The African
So,
was introduced, but no, so the African was introduced to the New World by in and around the slave trade. The first voyages did not have Africans. The Africans were imported about 150 to 200 years later after European contact with the New World. The European was
but
here.
we also had aside
Stop,
from the
stop,
African
stop,
stuff.
stop,
What
stop,
about the
stop,
Phoenicians? Because
stop.
you know we
You
had
are
Phoenicians that were in the Americas.
you're historically incorrect. You're factually wrong. Right? Do not continue to make these claims. They're just
Hey,
wrong.
hold on, Uncle Sid. Hold on, Uncle Sid. Hey, Manasseh, just listen to me, bro. So, like, I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to make this clear as day, bro. Like, we got this book, right? Put me on the big screen. We got this book right here, bro. Green eggs and ham, bro. Green eggs and ham, bro. So listen to me, bro. I can't take this book and tomorrow and start talking to people like they remember this book. What I'm saying to you is, bro, when I say the Bible is not historical, the Bible is not archaeological. When we having an archaeological or historical conversation,
What about the Dead Sea Scrolls?
brother,
It's
that's
archaeology. That's archaeology right
but
there, bro. They found the fragments.
it don't got nothing to do with America or Africa. It don't got nothing to do with America or Africa. The Torah ain't
Yeah,
got shit.
because
Listen,
the book of Second Ezra was
listen,
found in those scrolls.
listen. The Torah don't got shit to do with America or Africa. You gotta slow down,
Yes,
brother.
it does.
Listen to what I'm
Second
saying.
Ezra.
Listen to what I'm saying, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. The Bible got a map on the back of it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe in it or not, the Bible got a map on the back of it. You're not gonna find West and Central Africa, and you're not gonna find America. So you can't induce motherfucking cities and countries into shit that don't got nothing to do with this timeline or this story or the origin. This book is only talking about this specific spot. This specific spot. So the minute, bro, that I try to take Dr. Seuss and bring him into Houston, Texas, the minute I try to bring green eggs and ham into Houston, Texas, I'm the one that's fucking up. So when we having a historical conversation, bro, don't even think about the Bible. Just listen. Don't even think. You can trust me, bro. Trust me. When I tell you the racists in the Bible are fake, there's no reason to bring them up. There's no reason. So the archaeological gonna be off. So it's best to just listen.
Hey,
Trust me,
but
bro.
what about the Dead Sea Scrolls that were found in those caves? Isn't that archaeology right there?
What about it?
Weren't they found in the caves in Israel? So isn't that enough archaeology, bro? That were found in like in
Hey,
in the caves?
I'm gonna say this one more time. I'm gonna say this one more time. The Bible got a map at the back of it. It got a map of visualizing. We like seeing shit. The Bible got a map at the back of it. You're not gonna see Western Central Africa, and you're not gonna see America. So the minute we try to insert those places, we fucked up.
Hey, you can definitely insert them. You know why you can definitely insert them? Because Second Ezra says that Arsred is the Americas. That's why.
So if we
That's
go,
where the 10 tribes got exiled to.
So you telling me the Dead Sea Scrolls knew about America before the Europeans?
Yeah, bro. They had the book of Second Ezra in the Dead Sea Scrolls. The book of Second Ezra was there in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Second Ezra.
Brother, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. You know when the word America was named? Listen to yourself.
Amarup, the land of the feathered serpent. What about it?
All right, and who was in that land?
The natives.
All right, and you saying that the Bible knew the Torah, the Dead Sea Scrolls knew about the Torah, knew about the Native
Hold on,
Americans.
because I'm getting a call. I'll be back on right now, Wavy. I'm getting a call right now. I'll be back on.
All right. That was about to be a whole rabbit hole right there. So the Torah knew about the Native Americans before they did. The Torah named the Native Americans before they did. How?
Make it make sense.
Hey, and that was when you set them up, getting that set up.
I mean, his rationale and his reasoning, again, when you're engaging in confirmation bias, you're going to always make that key mistake. Your arguments are not going to match up, right? Because you're grasping at straws. So now the Africans gave the Native Americans their culture and their practices. Make it make sense.
Not the good practices, the horrible practices.
The bad ones. Yeah, like so you guys weren't killing people, and you saw the African killing people, and you thought that was a good idea.
Then all the Native Americans did it. It's the same thing with the pyramids. Like you would think, oh, Africans came over there and taught them how to make pyramids. Nah, bro, you just gotta look at it like we are the same. You feel me? Like every motherfucker won't pass the transportation.
What is the easiest way to build a tall structure? From a wide base and go up to a point. It's the easiest way to build a tall structure. Humans humaning. Again, and what the Aztecs did in South America is nothing compared to what the Egyptians did. First of all, the Egyptians used hard block, and this was solid. The Aztecs and stuff, they built the facade around dirt mounds, right? So the construction concepts are different, the uses are different, but the same basic structure. Why? Because if you want to go tall, before the advent of steel and all of this, you have a wide base and it's easy to stack things on top. It just makes sense. Like there is no real spookiness to none of this. It's humans humaning. That is what we're engaged at this particular time.
Even to the point of wearing animal clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like the Native Americans wearing a wolf on their head and shit like that. You
Yeah,
want to have some style, or the Egyptians wearing the leopard, or the zebra, or the
you
crocodile
go,
or something. You want to have some style.
you go out and you hunt and you kill a big bear. You want everybody to know you killed that bear, bro. You gonna wear that shit. Kid, my name is Big Bear Killer. Fuck with me. I'm that nigga.
Come on, man.
You grow up, and your father was Big Bear Killer, and he dies. And you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna put that shit on. Cause my dad was Big Bear Killer. I'm Big Bear Killer Jr. Nigga, fuck with me. You know my dad is? He's Big Bear Killer, nigga. And over it's humans humaning. We need to just take a step back and realize that although our technology and our understanding has developed, the believing brain is still the same. We still piss and shit the same way. We still humans. So there are certain things like we think we're much smarter than ancient humans. No, we're equally intelligent. Is that we have more information. Equally intelligent. It's just we have more information. Why? Because we
Look,
hear just a little bit.
if you don't to
And
just try
we
to make
build on experience. We build on the experience of the past. So we're
right,
not relearning everything. That's why we continue to advance as human beings. Because we document, we pass on what we've learned to the next generation. That's why education is so goddamn important.
it's like this. It's like this. Let's look at information on the most basic level, right? Your friend, your uncle stay with you. He go to jail for robbing a bank. You growing up, you see your uncle get taken away in handcuffs. You see your uncle, you visit your uncle in prison growing up. You know, now you got information. You know, yeah, don't break the law like that. You're gonna be with Uncle at. That's information. And we non-consciously passing this information down. So don't even look at it like, oh, we was writing down everything. Nah, just look at it from a simple level. A simple level. We're running from the laws. That's a felony now. Information. Okay, I can't do that. This is information. You building it. This is what makes you smarter. Go ahead. Not your brain. Our brain ain't evolved from them. Now we got the same. We just got more information. Go ahead, Sid.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Um, it is our processing and analyzing consequence. Oh shit, we did that, and that was a consequence. Okay, now we know better. We ain't doing that no more. Then you learn, you continue to grow, right? And again, and you said it, and it's important that you mention it again. Scientific literacy is not meaning you're a rocket scientist. None of my children so far has gone into the science business. My youngest son, he's going into law. He wants to do political science and then law. My oldest son is business. My daughter is she studied pedagogy, teaching and learning systems, and my daughter is a professional dancer. She studied the arts, but the ability to reason, the way you problem solve, your ability to quantify data. I read it in this book. Read in this book. Yeah, Dr. Zhu's book can say anything. Doesn't make it credible. That's why I asked, can that book be used in a syllabus? Can it be taught in school? The book that you claiming all these things. No, right? Because it's a pseudo ass book. But again, how do you quantify the information? How do you determine its usefulness? This is what scientific literacy is. Then you're not going to come up here and have a narrative of the African having influenced the Native American culture that exists for over 10,000 years, when it's in the last couple hundred years that the transatlantic the transatlantic crossing took place.
That's indoctrination. Somebody told him that to make him say some shit like that. The Bible was fake history.
Yeah, the Bible doesn't have that narrative. These narratives are created to shoehorn his belief system into reality. It is the same thing that the Bible did. It shoehorned that narrative of the Israelites was shoehorned into history by creating this document. The whole Adam and Eve narrative. That's why you hear people talking about you're pre-Adamite, because the Israelites needed to carve themselves out in history. Hence, flood stories and rebirth of the world to make them the central focus point of their story, which is perfectly fine. Every people has its origin story. The Incas has their origin stories. The Mayas, the Aztecs, they all have their origin stories. The Dogon, the Egyptians, the Yoruba, all peoples have their origin story.
Uncle said, check me out. If we would have never cut Manasseh off, Manasseh would have said, and them pyramids up in Egypt, them pyramids up in America, that's idolatry.
Yep.
That's idolatry.
Yep.
Y'all brought that over here. That's what he was about to say if we would have kept letting him talk.
Yep. The Egyptians, the evidence of the Egyptians having been here is the pyramids in the America. No, it ain't.
False. He was gonna say because they was worshiping false idols. That's what he. Because it's like this. When you throw it, when you lie, or when your belief is a lie, it gotta have a backup lie to back up the lie. By time you know it, it's 30 lies. You know what I'm saying? But they got a lie for every history thing that you bring up. So it's like 30 good lies.
Yep. So you have to lie on top of lie on top.
Oh man, this shit wild, man. This shit wild. But Manasseh, man, the best thing I could say is, brother, is this is one of my favorite books, man. It's one of my favorite books. And I don't take this book and go outside in Houston, Texas and live by that book. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to read these books, and once we close them, we close them. You might get some life insight. You might get how to be a better person through these books, but understand that 2,000 years before that, 5,000 years before that, people were still living by the same principles. You know what I'm saying? All your religion did was put it on in the book. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what we got to understand, bro. Like, we can't live our life by a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, we adapting. You know what I'm saying? We evolving. We understanding. We surviving. You know what I'm saying? The Bible don't teach you none of those things. So the best thing to do, my brother Manasseh, and I see you evolving. You know what I'm saying? You was fucking with the Rastafaris and the Ethiopian Bible before this, and now you Old Testament only. So I'm watching your journey, and I'm rooting for you on your journey. Just know Jalen rooting for you on your journey. Even Goo and Uncle Said, no matter how Uncle Said go through this every day. So we all rooting for you on your journey. The main thing is don't get stagnant. Don't get comfortable on your journey. Keep evolving. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you want to run through every religion to find out the truth, do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a reason why motherfuckers put the New Testament down. It's a reason why you put the New Testament down because there's flaws in the New Testament, and we can do the same thing with the Old Testament. So let's just use these books like a Lil Wayne song. You feel me? Like you don't live your whole life by a Lil Wayne song, but you get some juice out of it. Big Goo Wop, what's up?
What's up, my boy?
Come on, man. My boy say he was in the studio, man. Let me find out, Big Gooski. You with your Haiti?
Nah, I'm with my other partner, man.
Okay. My boy in that yo. You laying down some music, man. What Goo was doing, man? You was on your executive shit. You was on your P Diddy shit, or you was actually in the booth on your
Shit, we was just chilling, man. You know, little freestyles, really.
You been getting
But
it in, huh?
it gets pretty loud, so shit, I didn't know. I already know at that time you had sent that it was gonna be a little too much.
Yeah. You was listening to the conversation, Goo?
Huh?
I said you was listening in to the conversation.
I was, yeah, for the most part.
How you
For the
felt
most
about
part,
it?
I heard what everybody had to say.
How you felt about it?
I mean, you know, we had Uncle said he gonna stick by what he believes regardless. So, and you know, he's very credible. He's pretty credible if we're gonna just go based off of credentials. So you know, but other than that, you know, shit, we done had that conversation before. It's just we always gonna have that conversation.
Hey, Goo, you ain't jacking none of that shit, huh, Goo?
You said what?
I say you ain't jacking none of that shit, huh, Goo?
I ain't who?
I say you ain't jacking none of that shit, huh, Goo?
Nah, I ain't. I was just chilling. I was like, shit, I'm gonna let y'all discuss this.
Now I'm talking about Uncle Sid. You ain't jacking none of that shit Uncle Sid said.
Yeah, I heard he was talking.
You agree with Uncle Sid or you disagree, Goo? You know,
I mean, look, it's like this to me, man. You can take all this. I'm spiritual no matter what. Like, I'm gonna take all the books and get something out of it. You know, you could disprove something or try to prove something. Either way, at the end of the day, you're gonna get something out of everything. So, if we're gonna go scientific, I'm pretty sure what Uncle Sid was saying was true. I'm seeing you freezing up a little bit.
Hey, go, you hear me?
Yeah.
Another nigga to the cross. He walking around like TiVo. I'm my boy Manessa back.
Hey, Wavy, I gotta tell you some shit, bro.
Go ahead, run it, Manessa.
Hey, I was trying to see whenever I get back to the States, we do some music, man. Cause I know how to rap, bro. So I'll write some lyrics down and shit. We'll make a track and shit. Just let me know, bro.
You already know I'm with it, my boy. You know I'm with it.
Hey, cause I be freestyling, bro, and then I be writing music down sometimes and shit. And I used to rap with a couple of brothers back over there in Dallas, bro. When I was in Dallas, and I was supposed to do a song with some brother. His name was King C. Um, and it just never happened, bro. Cause I had came back over here to Mexico and shit. But whenever I get back over there, man, we definitely need to make a track, man, for real.
Overstood, man. You already know I'm with it, man. You know I'm with it. My
But
boy
I've been
Goop.
seeing you lately. You know what I'm saying? I see you've been lately into the music, man. You know, I'm into hip hop myself, rap. I'm into that type of music too. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Come on, man. My boy, hey Goop, you
So,
there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
You still in the studio?
Yeah, we just playing video game now.
We go bring my boy Manasseh to the studio in Port Arthur, the wicked streets of
okay.
PA.
He
You
trying to
know
get in
Pimp
that
C?
school.
You know Pimp C Manasseh?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
from UGK. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's where Goo at. In Wicked
Oh, he
Street.
stay over there.
Yeah, I'm from Beaumont.
Yeah.
That's our 409.
Oh, you
It's
from
like,
Texas too, or what?
yeah, I stay in Houston, but I'm from Beaumont.
Oh, okay, okay. I was raised in Dallas, bro, for like 20 some years and shit. I was raised in North Dallas and I was raised in East Dallas too.
Yeah, I know
So
about that Spillman and Ardelia.
you talking about Ardelia? Is that in the north? Is that in North Dallas?
Yeah, it's North Dallas. Spillman and Ardelia.
A Skillman? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know Park Lane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to school over there to Hotchkiss. I went to elementary in Hotchkiss over there in the Park Lane. I went elementary over there.
What high school you went to?
I went to Bryan Adams.
Okay, okay. What is it?
Yeah, that's over there in do you know where like Ferguson Road, like around that?
That's still North Dallas?
Nah, that's East Dallas. It's Ferguson, like Ferguson Road, like Gus
Okay,
Thomas and around that area.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Overstood, overstood. But yeah, hey Manasseh, the main thing, brother, that I want to get you to do is oh damn, I ain't even mean to put that comment on the screen. The main thing that I want you to do, my brother, is to get that
Yeah,
DNA test. You know what I'm saying? Get
yeah,
that DNA
yeah, for
test,
sure.
and not just that, not just that. The same way that we look at Muslims, like man, them niggas is extremists. Them niggas will do anything for Allah. That's the same way religious books portray history. So I don't want you to look at like white people like they the devil, or look at like um don't this is the book wasn't made for that. The book was made for them people in the back of that book. You know what I'm saying? Jerusalem, Babylon, Bethlehem. The book was made for them people. And if you look up the Assyrians, if you look up the just look up the Assyrians and look up what they look like. These are like Arabs, bro. Like these are like we can call them white people because when the New Testament came, but the Old Testament, these people, this the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? We just got to look at the back of the book. So when you try to add in other tribes, trust me, that shit come from the British Israelite extremists. They had a cult. Look, that 12 tribe shit is fake, bro. So when you look at the back of that map, it's not gonna say America, it's not gonna say Nigeria, it's not gonna say Ghana, it's not gonna say, you know what I'm saying, none of the places where Africans come from that's in America today, or none of the places, it's not gonna say China, it's not gonna say none of the places where you come from, or where Mexicans come from, or where Indians come from. This is a
But what about like how would you what about like because I look up the Jewish Encyclopedia and then it tells me that Christopher Columbus identified this land, the Americas, as Arsarid, according to the book of Second Ezra. So that's where I'm getting that from. I'm not getting from these camps. I know I don't agree with none of the stuff that they say in the camps.
now
I
look,
don't hate the white man. I don't hate the African man. I don't hate nobody.
now
The
look,
script, even in
yeah,
the Torah, it tells you don't hate an Edomite, don't hate an
look, hold up,
Egyptian, because
hold
you
up.
are a stranger in the land.
Up,
You see
hold
what I'm
up,
saying?
hold up, because this is what I was about to tell you for you. This is what I was telling you before you got off. So the book of
Yeah,
Esdras is in the Old Testament, it's in the Torah.
yeah, it's in the Torah. Yeah,
So look, when 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 biblical scholars say the Torah was written, there was no America. So you got to look at it like they lying about the timeline. You can't. That argument is not a good argument because you missing 1,000 years. That's how you got to look at that. If you want to make the Torah old, if you want to make the Torah old,
then that argument is off. You can't make that argument. You gotta look at it like if if the
So
second
you believe
to me,
Christopher Columbus found this land
listen,
though? I don't
listen to me,
believe that.
listen to me. If second Esdras was in the New Testament, that would make sense. But the fact that second Esdras is in the Old Testament, America wasn't even made yet. Nobody was named America or their
People
book.
were already here, bro, because check this out. The
Hold up, hold up. We're going back by the
all
name.
right,
Remember that name you said? What you said, Azarus?
yeah, Arsaret, yeah.
Right, right,
Arsaret, yeah.
right. And you said Arzaret means America in English.
Yeah, and the Jewish encyclopedia, even the own
Look,
Jewish people are
look,
telling you that it's the Americans.
I
Yeah.
got you. Now look, this is what I'm saying. Ars Arzaris wasn't America, or Arzaris wasn't Arzaris yet. If we going by the timeline, you still missing 1,000 years. You would have to have firsthand sources of native of Olmecs or goddamn native people of the natives saying that they are Arzaris, you or that they live on Arzaris. That's a
There's
that's
books on that though. There's
that
books. I can
bro,
show you the
bro,
books when I
bro,
get them.
bro.
I'm
Listen,
gonna get them on Saturday.
hey, trust me.
I'll show you the books on Saturday, bro, so
Bro,
you can
don't
see
worry.
I'm not just talking shit.
Listen,
Yeah.
they got. I just told you my green eggs and ham book. They got books on everything. I'm telling you, there's no firsthand accounts of none of this. It's not historical, bro. So look at the Jews, like they liars too. Them motherfuckers is liars too. The book ain't historical, bro. The minute you try to make the book historical, you selling yourself short. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible tells you, um, don't look into too many books. You'll be confused. The Bible wants you like that because it wants you to tell you that no, they got history wrong, or they got these races wrong, or these people called Edomites. In reality, bro, that's only in this Middle Eastern folk tale, bro. It's not history. You feel me? It's not worldwide.
All right, bro. Aside from all the Bible stuff, man, I just got a question. Who would you say is your favorite rapper? Like
After,
right now,
besides me, I'm gonna say Lil Wayne.
you gonna say Wayne?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely say Lil Wayne. Who you got?
Shit, I don't know, man. Like I would say Wayne, but you know all that Birdman kissing and shit, man. I just can't support that brother, man. You know what I mean? All that Birdman kissing shit. I just I can't say Wayne, man. I don't know. I might have to probably say right now, probably Kendrick. That's probably what I'm gonna say right now.
And you know when I was saying when I was saying earlier, like the Egyptians, bro, they used to like when a pharaoh would die, right? They'd kill his whole following. Human sacrifice, his whole following would die with him. His whole flock, his sheep, or his cattle. They called it cattle. The Bible called it shit sheep. But his whole cattle would die with him when the pharaoh would die to end a reign or a dynasty. What I'm saying is, the next dynasty.
Yeah, I know it's not a good. I know it's not good debating. Hold on, I
Hold
didn't mean to cut you off.
up, hold up.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, bro, other dynasties seen that was some bullshit, so they stopped doing it. So it's the same. You got to look at it's about evolution. You feel me? You can't get stuck. So with the Lil Wayne and Birdman shit, if they would do that shit every day, and we got 100 pictures of them doing that shit, I would respect what you're saying. Like, nah, I can't. These niggas is tripping. But the fact that they did that for that point of time, and they seen that, nah, that's not cool. They evolved from that greeting. If you get what I'm saying, so you got to look at it like, bro, like when you first fuck your girl, you probably just fuck her front and back, and you gonna nut, and she not gonna nut, and then you gonna eat, and then she probably get on. She after a while, you will be like, "Damn, why she not nutting?" You want your dick to be creamed up, so then you'll hit her from the front. It's like you getting to understand your woman. So it's like basically you gotta look at life like it's all about evolving. And this is what I was saying when you was off of here. Me, Jalen, Goo, Bo, Uncle said, no matter how just look at this show today, like Uncle said, basically, he fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't even be having long conversations with people. But just look at it like it's just about evolving. We all rooting for you on your journey. We all standing by you. And we all here to sharpen your sword if you ain't already noticed. Like we all get smarter after all of these bills. So we rooting for you on your journey. You feel me? Like this ain't no hate train. We don't do none of that. We don't do none of that bashing or none of that goofy shit. Like we all rooting for you on your journey, bro. Like we told you last time.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, bro. No disrespect to that brother, man. Like he got his views on, on certain topics and stuff like that, and you got your views, and you know what I'm saying. Like it ain't no disrespect. It's just that's just the way I think. You know what I mean. I don't see myself ever, getting rid of the
Hey, yes,
Torah.
you gotta cut
You
that
know.
shit by goddamn Africans coming over here and teaching y'all fuck shit. We ain't never came up. We ain't come over.
Hey, I learned that from Quana Lawal. That's what I'm saying. I learned some stuff
Hey,
from that.
hey, Corner Lawar, click the link. I'm on your ass. Click the link. Cause I know your ass. I know
Because
you
he told me he
you
said
have
that the
white
Phoenicians were over here and that
one.
the Phoenicians were Omnics. That's what he said. So I'm just saying what the Kahan is saying.
Nah, the Phoenicians ain't had nothing to do with the old mates. Corner Lawar, click the link. I'm about to get on your ass. You teaching this fake history. I'm getting on your ass. Cause hey Manasseh, you know how y'all ride with the Old Testament? I ride with the real world. So Corner Lawar, click that goddamn link. You have Mexican, have white man. Click that damn link. But nah,
Shit,
Manasseh, everything you
yeah.
already know, you always good over here. You know what I'm saying? Like to be real with you, you be saying shit that motherfuckers be either scared to say or they would rather somebody else say. And I noticed that when I seen you on Judah Nash channel before I even knew who you was. So nigga, you just keep going on your journey. Just don't get stagnant, bro. Like once you take that DNA test, it's gonna help you understand it, but it's gonna make you a better fighter. Cause I look at you, I ain't even gonna cap. The way you had Jesse last week, I look at you, you know what I'm saying? Like you can be a top, you know what I'm saying? Like um anybody stand in front of you, you can bust their ass up on whatever they believe in. And that's why misery is so powerful. Because misery can throw misery will never denounce the Bible or God, but he'll throw that shit out of the picture for a debate. He'll throw that shit out of the picture to logically understand something or to beat somebody down that's standing in front of him. That's how I want you to be, because misery, I ain't gonna say he 1 foot in 1 foot out, but one thing gotta, if God don't answer one of misery prayers, misery gonna be an atheist. That's just how real it is. And it's just
I
because he
mean, but what's all that other shit that he be talking about? Last time, I mean, he's still believing in the New Testament and stuff, man. So that dude's falling off, man.
he believe in Jesus. He believe in all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then, bro, there was a time whenever Jose Vega, I don't think that you were around during this time, but it was like years ago. He was going around calling black people the beast of the field and using the Bible to prove it.
He still do that. He still
Bro, come on, how y'all going? Like that's like I can say black people are Phoenicians or Egyptians or Canaanites or something like that. But it's like once you go that far and talking about beasts of the field, come on, bro. Like talking about animals and shit. Come on,
nah.
bro. Stop playing.
I need, because bro, that's what the you gotta see. This why misery is more powerful than any of you niggas. Cause misery take the Bible for what it is. Y'all be trying to be friendly with the Bible. That's why when misery went up against y'all, misery went up against black Hebrew Israelite y'all that I've been debating.
It will make sense for him to stand up for native people, but like I bet you he takes a DNA test is gonna say African, so he's contradicting himself. You see that fucking woolly hair that he has? That's why you think he be cutting a number one on his hair,
Nah,
bro.
it's
Because he
gonna
don't want people to see his afro.
check
He
me
don't
out.
want people to see his afro. He's scared to be an African. He know he African until he can't go around talking about black people when
Nah,
when you know you African too, bro. You see what I'm saying?
check me out.
Like
Check me out. he probably got some African in him, but
Yeah,
he's culturally, and he's I guarantee you most of his DNA is from Latin America, bro. Like he probably got, you probably got some African in you. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably got it in him, but at the end of the day, that's not what he is majority. Like when you hear niggas claim bent, like when I hear niggas
yeah.
claim,
But
hold up, hold up, hold up,
let's say if me and Misery, check this
hold
out.
up,
Let's
hold up,
say if me and Misery go to those natives.
hold
All
up,
right,
hold
go
up,
ahead, go ahead.
hold up,
Yeah,
bro. Hold up. You can't look at it. You gotta look at it like, bro, Misery got some mixture in him. You can't think that's all of him. That's what I'm saying, bro. So when we look at this shit, bro, we can't, when niggas claim Bantu or niggas claim Olmec or niggas claim a certain thing, it's flawed, bro, because we all mix. You can't just claim goddamn Bantu and your ass probably mixed with Bantu and goddamn Mandingo. Your ass probably mixed with all of that shit. So it's flawed to claim one thing. That's why I say when you take a DNA test, you will understand how horrible the arguments is, bro. That's what I'm saying. Your DNA test got not gonna say three things. It's gonna say like 10 things, bro.
yeah. Hey, what's the cost for a DNA test over there in America?
I think the cheapest one is like $100. That's the one I'm looking at. But I think they got some for one.
Okay, okay.
They got some for 130.
Yeah,
130, the better one, but $100, I think the cheapest one.
yeah. Because they're letting me know that I might be able to go back to Dallas and shit. And then I just recently got my Mexican passport, so I can go everywhere now. Like I can go to Jamaica, I can go to Canada, I can go to all over the world right now.
You said
Like
you
I
had
just recently got
you said you
yeah, I
had
recently got my Mexican passport. Yeah, I just got my Mexican passport like a couple of days ago.
Hey Manasseh, you said you had kids?
I got one boy. He stays in Dallas. I
Okay.
talked to him. Yeah, I talked to him like a couple of
Got
days ago.
got to get back home to
Yeah,
Texas for sure.
yeah, I gotta get back. Yeah, for real.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, bro, it's like
Yeah,
when
but like I can prove I'm a native, bro, because I was born in Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
hey look,
Like
hey
in
look,
my
check me out. Check me out. Check me out. This why this will make a motherfucker powerful. Understanding the conversation and understanding who you talking to. So when me, you, and Uncle said on the panel, you really, I ain't even go cap. You can bring up your moral values and your opinions and shit, but you ain't never really got to talk about the Bible because me and like a lot of people on this panel then graduated. We graduated from that book, you know what I'm saying? But when you like on Judah Naz, or you like or if you going up against a religious person, then you will see your light shine way harder than taking your ideology and try to go up against science or history with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't gonna never edge well because Hebrews or Israelites, they ain't got no artifacts. These people of this book, they ain't got no buildings, or they ain't in no museums. So it's more so just like when you go into battle or when you go into discussions, you know what I'm saying, just vet your opponent. In other words, know who you having a discussion with, because that'll actually, you know what I'm saying, like it'll hit you like this. Do I need to teach this motherfucker, or do I need to just listen to this motherfucker and soak up some game? You know what I'm
to
saying? Like,
reasoning what using their logic against them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's kind of what
nah,
you're trying to tell me.
but yeah, but at the same time, not just that, but it be times where sometimes you just need to listen, not to go against them, but just to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like when we having these discussions on YouTube, I know you already you haven't thought about it yet, but in 5 years you're gonna be way smarter. In 2 years you're gonna be way smarter. So when you could discern rightful information from make believe is religious books. When a motherfucker coming at you from a different standpoint, like science, no matter how you think about science, bro, it's taught in school. No matter how you think about school, your kid gotta go to school. No matter how you think about school, your kid gotta graduate that school. You know what I'm saying? So this some shit that we need. We know it's not bullshit. They don't teach the Quran in high school. They don't teach the Torah in high school because we don't need it. You know what I'm saying? They teaching us shit that we need. So it's more so just it's just different frameworks, different arguments, and just know what I'm saying? Like you already know when you're talking to a Muslim, nigga, you can go to 10, Manasseh. You know when you arguing with a Muslim, nigga, you can break their back in half and kick them.
Same same thing with these Christians, man. Shit.
Yeah.
No.
You know, you can kick their ass. Like, nigga, I read your book every day. I know you not saying the same thing that it's saying.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, man, we about to get up out of here. Hey, Gooski, man, we need them wise words of the day, man. Goo in the studio. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna all go get up in that studio.
Hey, did y'all get to check out that new double XL that you saw Mexican OT on that bitch?
Yeah, I seen the cover. I seen the cover. I ain't check out the video
You ain't
yet.
you ain't
That's
see that?
he hot. He hot right now. You hear me, Manasseh?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm saying I think I saw it, and I think Mexican OT had the best verse out of all of them.
Oh, you talking about the freestyle, double XL
Yeah,
freestyle?
about the freestyle. Yeah, did you watch it?
Nah, I ain't watched. I gotta check it out now. You said Mexican OT ran that hoe.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. He definitely one of the hottest niggas in he probably top two hottest niggas in Texas right now. I can't even lie.
yeah,
Yeah, he definitely putting on right now. But yeah, hey Goo, you
yeah,
there? Hey Manasseh, stay focused, nigga. We all rooting for
yeah,
you on your journey. You know what I'm saying? Don't
yeah,
ever
for real.
comfortable. Don't ever get comfortable. Always try to work because what you doing is, bro, you making your mind stronger. You building up your brain. So don't ever get comfortable. Look up the origins of these stories. Look up, do these stories got comparative mythologies to these stories? Remember that word, comparative mythology. So when you look up any story in the Torah, look up, do it have a comparative mythology? And you're gonna find shit thousands of years before that saying the same shit that the Bible said. Only thing is the Bible wasn't there and it wasn't those type of people that was saying it. So it just shows you, bro, that like humans all think alike. You feel me? And sometimes when humans see something that's makes more sense, they'll steal it. But it all depends on geography. If they far away on the two separate sides of the earth, they not gonna steal it from each other. 9 times out of 10, they just thought the same, like with the pyramids. But when these biblical characters, when you got Jesus like Serapis and Jesus like motherfuckers in Egypt and shit, Tahuti or uh other motherfuckers, it calls into question the whole story. So just stay focused, keep your brain on go, and nigga, we all rooting for you, like I said.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Much respect to you, lady. Appreciate you, like, man. Blessings.
All right, my boy, we out of here. Everybody be safe.